Alright, just gonna get right to it. Since I'm clearly running out of things to talk about, I have another activity. Today, real doozy. I will be getting lit. Flavored Jolly Rancher Blueberry Raspberry. And if you can believe it, 250 milligrams of caffeine, and then this 100 milligrams of Neurofactor, which apparently is from coffee Arabicea fruit. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be like some type of caffeine type thing. But what's really interesting is that it's Jolly Rancher flavor. So it must be safe. As all dietary supplements, nothing has been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. Or, evaluated.
Built by science, driven by obsession, elevated through innovation. If it's on our label, then it's in our cans. Get lit and train with focus, intensity, and pumps. Proven ingredients, proven doses, clinical quality, real science, real results.
Beyond Raw, lit, clinically dosed. Seems absurd. So, I guess here's my plan. I'm going to drink this, and then maybe I'll move somewhere else. I'm kind of tired, so I think this is going to help. And I've also been drinking copious amounts of caffeine. Yesterday I certainly had over 400 milligrams, so my body should be able to take this just fine. Just fine. Shall we? I forgot to mention Double Doozy. Supposedly this is expired by like 4 years. I'm pretty sure I bought this in California. What the fuck? Is it reacting with the air? Dude, what's happening? This is strange. So, theoretically, it's expired and many years old and clinically dosed. And tastes like a Jolly Rancher. Not bad. Not bad. And it's always crazy because they've got 0 sugar. So it's like, why is it so sweet? Is it the sucralose? I also was under the impression that they weren't allowed to sell things with more than 200 milligrams of caffeine. Clearly, they can. But also, I had a cold brew yesterday that was 220 milligrams of caffeine. Pretty intense. Alright. I will be back soon. We'll say 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, so it's actually been, I don't know, closer to 17 minutes? I was just looking for somewhere to stop. I don't really know where I am. I didn't really think of anything. And I don't really know where the frame is. So the internet, right? That's something. What do I really do on the internet? You know, because you can do just about anything, right? So many things on the internet. But like, I feel like the main places I end up YouTube, Wikipedia, and well, I guess like Merriam-Webster or some other dictionary. It doesn't really appear that I use the internet for a whole lot. Despite using it for a lot. You know what I mean? It's like the Google Suite doesn't have to be on the internet. Like I could be using Apple Pages. I don't know if it's the drink or just the humidity and the forest. I've gotten some like weird tinklage. Is that a word? I don't think so. Some tingling, like on my lips and my hands, my forearms. But also, I'm just so wiped from yesterday. I did endurance, and I really went to about my max. I fell on a 2-3 by the end of the session, and I wasn't able to complete a 5:10 plus. Like, my hands were just giving out. I couldn't hold anymore. And then when I was like moving things, I was getting tired. And I'm still sore and tired. But I also did some awesome stretching. Like, deep stretch for a long period of time. And I like popped both my hips. I was so tight for so long, and then somehow both my hips were needing to be popped, and I like stretched out my entire back and my hamstrings, my whole body. Because I'd still like to do the splits. I still want to do a handstand, and I still would like to be able to do a one-arm pull-up. I still have things that I'd like to do, and it seemed like, I guess, I was just kind of maintaining and not so much growing, not improving. Oh, no way. Weird. Interesting. Predictions with this energy drink. I think it's going to make me piss and shit. Just like Accelerator. I know I didn't really give it a review, but what do you want me to say? It tasted good. That's the goal, right? It did crush me. It felt like I had a hangover. Like, how my body reacted to Accelerator, 4:30 a.m. Just stomach destroyed. Basically the same effect as having a night of drinking. 4:30 a.m. Stomach a wreck. Things I'd like to do. Remember when I mentioned Pipe Dream? That involves places I'd like to live instead of here. Even though I'm once again seemingly building up a network of people, I'm gonna have to leave it again at some point, or else I will be stuck here for the rest of my life. And, summer, it's like, okay, I'm pretty hot right now. It's very humid, kind of gross. But I think I'd like to live San Diego, Boulder, Seattle, maybe somewhere in Maine. Alaska would be dope. I feel like there was another place. For some reason, Santa Fe comes to mind, New Mexico. And I don't really know why, but those are some of the destinations that I'd like to end up somehow, sometime, for some reason. Ugh. So, to do that, I gotta have a life, I guess, right? Gotta have a career. And, career aspirations, I'm not really sure. Computer science, that's such a practical degree. It's just been nice to have background for the modern world. But as far as like career opportunities go, it seems kind of bleak. And at the very least, abstract. Not so tangible. But I'm really, really feeling this architecture path. Becoming an architect. And, you know, there's one part of me that's like, yeah, I want to do this for me. I want to be an architect because that's something I want to do. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fulfilling. It would leave a physical impact, creative, problem solving, necessary, you know. It seems to hit all the marks. But also, I think it could be funny. Because one of those first episodes of Seinfeld, George is like, I need a cover. Vandelay. I'm an architect. Vandelay. Import, export. He's an importer-exporter. Something architecture, I don't remember. So, I've got some aspirations. And I've got some menial activities to do in the meanwhile, including but not limited to changing all my passwords, finishing my website, and migrating the Minecraft server. So that's my plan. I'm gonna work on some of that today. And I do have to pee. Gah. I don't know. Seems like an energy drink. I guess it's fine. I'm not dead, so good news.